Good morning. It's Thursday, the 19th of March, 2026. And my question to you who are watching here now, give me one good reason why America is attacking Iran. They're using the same playbook as they used against Iraq, but they've changed the words. They've got weapons of mass destruction they didn't have. With Iran, they've got nuclear weapons, which they haven't. But what they do have is far more dangerous than nuclear weapons. I spent yesterday afternoon with a man that I've known for 30 years from Iran. His family still live there. I got a very, very different insight into what Iran is and what Iran is not. And what we're being told by mainstream media, by the narrative, by propaganda, it's not true. A lot of people think that Iran is Arabic. It's not. It's Persian. There's a big difference. Yes, they're neighbours, but they are different. Tell a Scotsman that he's English. See the reaction. Very different. And it comes down to respect. We're seeing Iran at the moment respond to the attacks that are coming in from Israel, backed up by America. And this is all part of the exposure. But why is it happening? I'll tell you why. They don't want you looking at the Epstein files. I know there's 6 million pages out there, but you're being distracted away from it because what's in the Epstein files will blow your mind. Because it's not just about children, child trafficking, human trafficking. It's about election rigging, fraud, the corruption of politicians, etc., etc., etc. There is so much information there. You'll need AI to even start to go through it. But don't be distracted. This war is all about distracting you away from the truth. Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Well, heated scenes in Parliament as Keir Starmer faced sharp questioning from MP Andrew Snowden. Snowden pressed for Prime Minister over claims linked to Peter Mandelson and his part association with Jeffrey Epstein. Starmer did not directly address the question, instead shifting focus on broader government priorities, prompting backlash from opposition benches. The exchange has quickly gained traction online, with calls for clearer answers now growing. I think I'm going to put that video, Charlie, at the end of this show.
Well, this is all part of the exposure. And it's very interesting. Up until now, in the last 5 or 6 years, they'd be able to keep that kind of story under wraps because mainstream media would all come into line and they would all do as they're told and they would all follow the script. The trouble is mainstream media's days are over. And that was magnified yesterday, where an interview with a guy called HS Tiki from social media destroyed Piers Morgan live on his own show to such an extent that Piers Morgan got up and walked off. Mainstream media is getting up and walking off because it can't defend itself anymore and it doesn't like it. They've lost control of the narrative. They've lost control of the audience because there's too many people out there exposing what they really are. It's very interesting to watch because I've said for a long time, the light is exposing the darkness. The darkness has always been there. These characters of life have always been there, but we've never seen them because the light hasn't exposed them. The light is exposing each and every one right now. And it's absolutely amazing what the light is exposing. Drew.
Next up, the United Nations is warning of a serious financial crisis. saying it's a risk of running out of money as member states fall behind on payments. Officials say the shortfall is creating pressure on day-to-day operations, with delays in funding now impacting key programs. The UN relies heavily on contributions from its member countries, and when those payments stall, so does its ability to function effectively.
Well, we're seeing the end of these right now. The United Nations, NATO, they've always required lots and lots of funding, and that funding is stopping. And as it stops, they will come to an end. And thank God for that, because they have been draining the world of its money. The amount of money that's gone into the UN, the amount of money that's gone into NATO, the whole idea of NATO was to keep peace. And it's become a warmonger. That was the news on the 19th of March, 2026. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Are you awake yet? Aye.
Every week the Prime Minister comes here and reads out this pre-scripted nonsense that bears no resemblance to the questions he's actually asked. The Leader of the Opposition asked him about Peter Mandelson and he answered about the war in Iran. The Leader of the Opposition asked him about Mandelson again and he answered with an attack on the Shadow Justice Secretary. He was asked about Mandelson again and talked about protests in London. What is he scared of? What is he hiding? For a man who has spent years presenting himself as a forensic investigator, he has certainly had a blind spot to the details for this convicted paedophile with a friend in high Labour places. So I shall ask him again, when he found out that Lord Mandelson had an ongoing relationship with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, did he speak to him personally before appointing him ambassador to the United States?
Mr. Speaker, we've set out the process. It is being put before the House. But I know why they don't want to. They don't want to talk about the war because they supported going into the war without thinking through the consequences. That is a huge error of judgment. I realise they don't want to talk about it ever again. I'm not surprised. Nor do they want to talk about the Shadow Justice Secretary saying that Muslims are not welcome to prayer in Trafalgar Square. She should remove him from their front bench, or I suspect he'll be up there next on that trail.
If you want to know the truth, we put out the truth every single day, Monday to Friday. So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hi guys, it's Charlie here. If you're looking to protect your future with gold or silver, pick the region you're in and choose one of our trusted partners.
Global Gold for those that are based in America and Canada. And for those in the UK and Europe, we have Orvesta. Get yours now. Charlies.gold.